Hi friends, this is Gail, Fava of 4. I don't want to show my pale little face yet until I feel better and get perky enough to put some makeup on and all that stuff. I have been making a few things, a couple things I'm really proud of. But in between I've been making some flowers and then cutting up some flowers out of different materials. And I forgot to show you Minerva Rios, MIN-crafts, had sent me this Valentine's card. Don't ask me why, I never think to show cards. Isn't that cute? And this is all stenciled, like cut out. See, I'm not a card person, so, but I will learn. And I do have all the stuff. I even have the bike. I just have to do it. It says, I love you a bushel and a peck, and like we used to say, and a hug around the neck. I used to say to my kids. Isn't that cute? Thank you, Minerva, for thinking of me. Now I made some flowers. I don't know why I end up making these huge things, but I do. Okay, here's one flower that I made. I had a box that I got at a thrift store with these petals, and I had this like an orchid flower, and I took some of the petals off and I put some of these in, and then I had some trim and I cut it and put it around there. Put this in the middle. Oh, it's not too close. But I thought that was pretty. That's kind of a basic size. And the other day I did a lot of dyeing with avocado, so that's what I did to that. Like, how about I'll show you a good one and then a goofy one. Well, not goofy, but okay. Then I did this one. I don't know, I don't know what I was doing really. But I had this. These are those ones, go to Michael's, and you check out. They used to be $1, now they're $1.50. And I don't use blue that often. And then in a garage sale, I had bought this kind of cool, funky crochet yarn. And so I wrapped it around there. And I had this really cool doily that I put back there. This came out of the middle of a doily. This was a flower I cut off some trim I had. I put a few dangles because it had a little orange in it. And I had these two little butterflies that I thought kind of went with the dark blue. So that's that. But they do get pretty big. I'm gonna have to start doing that other thing I did, where you make this huge thing, or else make them for covers like I did well, I'll show you that. Okay. Then I made this flower. I cut this out with some material I had to make it stiff. And then I had this. I cut a circle out of that. And then I had this material and I basted it to gather it together. Then I cut this white flower thing out of something that I had. And I had these little flowers here that were from some trim I had bought, and I used the bigger ones, so. Then I put more of these petals, and that's how it turned out. Which I thought was pretty cute. Not bad. Then I made this one, which I like. I cut up some my doily. I happen to have a lot of this yellowish kind of doily. And then I put some trim on here that I had. I cut it up. This that Diana Baucus, I believe, crocheted for me. And then I went against the grain and just put these purple things in, and I believe somebody made this for me. So, that was kind of shabby, cute. I like that one. Okay, then I made this one. I had a piece of material. I guess what I should have done, not a piece of material, it was a piece of lace. I should have probably just made it smaller. That would have made the flower smaller. You'd think I would think of that stuff, right? And then I had a little of this, and I did the same thing. This, I think I just overlapped. I don't think I, did a slip stitch. Then I had some of this eyelet, put it on. And then for some reason that paper flower seemed to look the best. And I put this back here. Matter of fact, I did like 1.5 just to boost it up a little. So that's not a small flower either. Then we come to a bigger one. I guess I could use these on tops of things. But I did baste this. I don't know, I was watching somebody do, maybe it was Fiona. She had some kind of a rag type trim and she basted it. And I made this. What I should have done was cut it in half. It wouldn't have been so big. And then I cut like 4 pieces of this out of a trim I had and just laid it in there. I put a doily. I don't know, for some reason I've gotten a lot of these bracelets I get here and there. I put a little pink doily in there I cut out, something. I put a connector back here, this gray flower, and then I already had a little rhinestone thing in there, but I put the pink flower on there. This is like a light purple lilac. It is pretty. It's just big. Then I did this one. I used the doily I had. Well, first it was just this. I had a top that had this on it, and I kind of scalloped a little, so I did this. But then I don't know. I didn't like it that much. I wanted something else to make it sturdy. So I put this other doily on it. Then some of you have gotten some of those purple, it's all one piece, but I usually cut them out as like appliques. And I stuck them in there. Then I put another little, this was a kind of a really different, it's like 4 square doily. Then I put this flower on here with one of these middles I had made a long time ago. I put some of this dangle that came actually from this top. And then I had this chain, you can see, that had these little crystal doodads on it. So I put some of them on. They're all pretty, they're just big. So those were the flowers I made. But the first one I had made, my sister had given me one of those, it's an antique. She had one and she didn't need another one. It was one of those premium saltine cracker cans. Okay, so I was making this flower using that loop-de-loop thing. And then I had a little bit of this and I stuck that in. And then someone made me this, I'm not sure if it was Jeanette or who, but I took the little middle out of it and I put this flower and then a connector and then this. And I put it on a big square doily that I had. I did trim it up a little bit. So I thought it was so pretty with the brown silk and the silver and all that. And then I had appliques from the one wedding dress that matched, and I stuck some of that in some places. So I just thought it was a beautiful flower, but it was so big. So then I went on to decide to cover this can. I did the flower first. Then I had some material that I just stuck on here. And then these are all parts of that wedding appliques I had. And if you can see, I put some little pink, those tiny little pink flowers here and there. I put that on the bottom, and then I put this around the bottom. Okay. Then, now let me show you, I've never taken this off yet since I did it, but it should come off. Yep. Maybe I didn't need 2 rows of this, I don't know. But I had dyed this to avocado. And I put 2 rows on it. I tried to stagger it. I put these paper flowers. And I put this trim on. And then this key, Donna Gonzalez had given me a long time ago. I just took the little bow off. And I had this antique, well, I think June said, you know, I got it at a thrift store or something, that it's an antique type crochet stuff, whatever. So I tied that on, I dyed it, it was beige, and I put that on. So that's the top. I didn't do anything underneath. But this was an original saltine cracker box, cracker can. But I thought that, I really liked this. You know, I thought it came out really nice. I don't know if you do, but I do. I just loved it. And the little pink flowers here and there. They don't show up that much. I don't know if I should have put bigger ones on or if that's fine. So I made that. Probably never to be used. Then I'm going to show you my really clever thing I thought I made. You know how we made those things, purses or whatever, out of the placemats? So I have a few, and I got one, you know, for $1 at the dollar store. I had no idea what to do with it because it ended up being too big. So I love this material. It's pink, if you can tell. And then I put this material on. I mean this trim. I know it's supposed to be one of those ones that you pull and it makes a whole like stringy trim. So I did this and this. Now it's too big for anything. I made the flower, and then on the back I just put this. So the more I thought about it, okay, I put this on for a tie. Got a pretty trim. And then this, and I added that big diamond there. Hope you can see it okay. Now I had one of those hanging things that you can buy that I had gotten at the thrift store but never used. I really couldn't figure out what to do with this thing. So this is what I did. There was it was all like green trim and stuff. I cut this off, made a pocket. I put this trim. This is elastic that I just had in my stash. So you could put stuff in here, and then you could put stuff in here. You know, if you're going away for the weekend, you want to put your jewelry or whatever. This was a flower someone gave to me. I'm not positive who. I'm thinking maybe Maggie or Jeanette, I'm not sure. But then I also put one of my doily things I had for here, for more room. Okay. And then I put this back here just to kind of cover that up. Then this is two pieces. Then there was another piece here. I did this with this pocket. I just stuck this in here because I figured if you go somewhere, you could put this through here. You could kind of tie it, and you can hang it on the back of the bathtub. I mean, bathroom door on a hanger or whatever you want to do. Or whatever whatever you feel like doing. So anyway, I have this pocket. These are two separate pockets. Well, two separate pockets. I left the plastic in there. Then another doily for more room. The elastic. And this, I don't know, put things sideways, or you could put your toothbrush in there, or whatever you want to do. It's open here. And then I also put this on it so you can stick things sideways if you want to. Then I had one more piece, so I did this. Can open it up. I put this trim on it, this butterfly, and then I put these beads on it. So I don't know about you, but I was just so excited because I thought I was so innovative. Because it just seemed to be too big for anything else. And I'd been wanting to use it. I have a few of them. And this pretty butterfly somebody gave me. And we all know Violet Cotton Barn. Loretta, I mean. Give me that. I dyed this Chinese stuff. I lined it in here with that so you wouldn't see the edges. And this was kind of an off-white matte. And I had this gray material. Same thing I think I put on this can. I put it on first on the whole thing. And then I just went around and put this trim. And what I did was I watered down a little stiffy, and I just kind of sloshed it around so it would stay, so I wouldn't get too many hanging, parts. And I put the little bow there. So there's a lot of, you know, I don't know if it would be more for jewelry and maybe a little lingerie or nice things, or you know, you can put your toothbrush and toothpaste and whatever it is you want to put in here. But I just really liked it. I'll have a hard time giving this away. And then I liked this. I had gotten this a while back. It was expensive, so I had only bought a small piece, but I used 2 pieces. And so if we fold that up, and you fold this up, and you tie it, you can tie it in a double bowl. You have this if you're going to a fancy place, you know, a hotel or something, and you want to look cool. But one other thing I did, in case it got really bulky, what did I do? Oh, I made this. I had one of the kids' headbands, and I dyed it with the avocado. And I had gotten this from Ooh La La, and one of the kids, and I had this. So if it's like bulging out and you're nervous, you could put this on here. You know, this will go in there because you'll tie it. Then you'll have that. But I really like this. I was really proud of it. I like the colors. These, I believe I had ordered from somewhere. And this was a trim that I'd gotten from something I had, and I put it on. Actually, this was almost the flower. I took it off that I had sent Jean Rag in the box that I was going to send her twinsies in that she never got. But anyway, tell me what you think. You know, I'm not, you know, I think there's enough. I don't think I need to put any more on. I put one of those little things on here, and I had this little pin there. But I don't think the back needs anything else. Let me know if you think I could do something else with it. But this, you know, you can tie it really well. And it's so pretty because it's got, I just love that. And you know, like my sister was saying, she doesn't like to, even in her bathroom, keep all her cans and all kind of junk out. So she puts it in things. So, you know, I don't know, shampoos, deodorants, whatever. She tries to put them in nice cans and stuff so they look nice. And then, like I said, you could, I don't want you to see me, you could take this and hang it up. So that is that. I've had this done for a couple days. Just didn't feel quite up to making the video. But I really love this flower. It was just too big for a flower. I think I should just start making things to go on top of things. Like tops of cans or whatever. I go to the doctor on March 3rd. I've been in the house pretty much the whole time. My bed is full of craft stuff. I really can't, I mean, I just really can't walk. Got lots and lots of pain, which even the pain would be all right if I could walk. And they sent all my paperwork over, and wouldn't you believe I can't find the DVD that they did the MRI on. You know, the doctor sent over the report and all that stuff. when I finally found another doctor after the one that fired me for being late. And here the girl, when I called my primary doctor's office, she said, well, if you remember where you went, just call there. They'll give you another one. I mean, she made my day. I called there. She said they'll make me another one. They'll give me another report, and all I have to do is pick it up tomorrow. So the doctor has everything else. The only thing is, I thought the MRI was last August. It was the 15th of August. So I've gone a couple years with these torn meniscus, and I've managed until the last, I don't know, the last few months got really, really, really bad. So whether I'm going to have another one or he can just do an x-ray, I don't know. I have no idea. You read so many things, you know, they tell you they don't, you know, you can't fix a meniscus, and then they say you can partially fix it, and then they say, you know, they have some something they put in like a meniscus. It's so confusing. I just want to go to the doctor and get it done because I can't stand this anymore. I mean, the most I do is take the car and go to the corner and get the mail. And all there is every junk anyway, so get that back on there right. Anyway, that's all I have to say, and just hi to everybody, and I have some happy mail I'm working on to get out, and I'm gonna have a hard time. When I make stuff, I like to give it away. You know, it's like I like to keep things other people gave me, but I don't know. But aren't those pretty? All those, you can't tell, you know, and they're not all fussy cut, you know, they're just there, and you really can't tell that much. It's starting to rain. Let me know if you think I should put something on there a little more. I don't want it to be tacky looking. Isn't that key pretty? Donna gave me. All I did was put the heart behind it and then dyed this. And thank you again, Minerva, for the Valentine's card. She always thinks it's some little thing. And of course, I have this sitting here, and this is what Karen Brake had made for me. And I'm trying to figure out how she made it. I'm thinking maybe I could just take a... No, I couldn't. I was going to take a regular box of Kleenex and maybe put Stiffy on it. That's like my go-to. But that can't be, so it wouldn't be big enough. So I'll have to figure out what she used. Because I'd like to make one for friends, whatever. So I will let you go. I won't meander on. And maybe one of these days I'll get my face back out here so you see how much I've aged. All right, guys, love you. Let me know what you think, and I will talk to you all later. I'll keep you updated. Have a good day.